All right, here we go. It is the Nightcap brought to you by Galactic Fried Chicken right here on BearcatJournal.com. Make sure you go to www.galacticfriedchicken.com, download the app for Android, iPhone, everything Galactic, and you can get yourself Galactic Fried Chicken delivered to your front door pretty much anywhere in the 275 loop. You'll be happy tomorrow night at 7 o'clock when you don't have to cook dinner and you got your belly full of that galactic goodness as you're settling in. Oh, wait. They're not open tomorrow night. Crap. That's on me. That's on me. They're open Wednesday through Sunday. So get it Wednesday night when you settle in at 8 o'clock to watch me and Dave talk to John Cunningham. How about that? And you'll have your belly full of galactic goodness as you listen to the UC Athletic Director talk about the important subjects surrounding UC Athletics. Or go Tuesday for lunch, or Wednesday for lunch, excuse me, and celebrate a big Bearcats road win against Tulane. I screwed that up completely.
Yes.
Tell them to pump it up. Tell them to pump it up. Save yourself 15%. Damn it. I thought I was onto a hot one there. Like I was on a roll.
I mean, it's only the second Tuesday night game they've had all season. So.
I know. Tuesday night games, they don't register in my brain. And that Tuesday night wasn't even a Tuesday night.
No, it was
Tuesday
5 o'clock.
Late afternoon, yeah.
5 o'clock against Ohio State while they were not even in these continental U.S. states.
Oh, boy.
It's going to be a long show.
Oh, boy. I got a problem brewing. We'll see how it plays out. I might have to bounce here for a minute. The cat is in my office, and the dog is at the door but can't get in.
Eject a cat.
There's going to be barking and a fight brewing here 2 or 3 seconds from now. Tiger, go. You leave the cat alone. You leave the cat alone. The things that happen as a result of me being a single dad for the last 6 weeks, I hope they wanted to send her home today and she's not ready to come home. She still has more that she needs done. And part of me was like, look, you need to be in the hospital so that they can get everything taken care of that needs to be taken care of. And the other part of me is, God, please come home. I can't. I'm not good enough to do this by myself for much longer. I'm about to break. Like the hot water heater was broken. The landlord and the plumber were here today. And I'm like, can you guys do these dishes? Like, can you guys, there's some laundry that needs to be folded in the dryer. The garbage man comes tonight. Can you clean out the fridge for me? I'm at the end of the rope right now. But enough about that. I'm going to get us started talking, and then I'm going to handle this dog-cat situation while you give us some of your thoughts. But tomorrow night is one of the biggest games of the year for Cincinnati. If they are going to have a chance to get up to second or third in this American Athletic Conference race so that they can avoid Houston in the first 2 rounds of the tournament, it starts with winning at Tulane tomorrow night and completing the sweep over the Green Wave. Would you agree?
Yes, I would agree. That said, there were some weird things that happened in that first game. 38 rebounds by Cincinnati to 31 by Tulane. That's not so weird, but the next stat line, 23 fouls by Tulane to 20 fouls by Cincinnati. That one's a little weird. Cincinnati did have 5 blocks and 6 steals, whereas Tulane had 0 blocks and 3 steals. I'm not saying that Cincinnati is going to be sloppy with the ball, but for a team to defensively only have 3 steals between blocks and steals combined, that's not normal compared to Cincinnati's 11 combined there. I don't know. I mean, also holding Tulane 0 for 10 from 3 in the first half. It's kind of strange.
How about shooting 13 of 17 from 2 in the first half of that game?
I wasn't going to drop that stat, even though you had told me it before we started recording. That's pretty crazy.
Yeah, I mean, Cincinnati, like the crazy thing is Cincinnati scored 88 points. And in games where Cincinnati has been at that end of the spectrum offensively, it's generally because they've made a bunch of threes, right? Landers Nolly in that game was hot. He was 5 of 9 from 3, scored 23 points. Everybody else was 3, 4, 16. 1 of 2, Mike Adams Woods. 1 of 5, David DeJulius. 1 of 8, Jeremiah Davenport. So
Josh Reed got a technical in this game.
I don't remember that at all.
It's on the stat sheet. I don't know.
I know. I'm just saying I don't remember a Josh Reed technical at all. So yeah, that like when you look at the game, it was kind of an anomaly. There was a bunch that happened in that game that was just weird.
Jarrett Hensley played in this game.
He played 10 minutes or 4 minutes, only 4 minutes. Okay. I thought for some reason he played a little bit more.
Davenport was still starting. There was a lot of things that have changed since this game happened.
I think the biggest thing that will be interesting in this game is flow, because there was very little flow in this game. There were 43 fouls called.
How do you get into any type of rhythm when there are 43 fouls called?
There were 50, 28.
To average more than 1 foul per minute in a game is insanity.
52 free throws taken in this game. The first game.
Woof.
Cincinnati was pretty good from the line. They were 18 of 24 for 75%. Tulane, 25 of 28, 89.3%. Cincinnati won by 11, and their free throw defense was terrible. Like it's shocking you can win a game by 11 when you play that poorly on the free throw line defensively. It's a joke in basketball circles. Free throw defense. Like how do you let the opposing team shoot 89% from the line? Come on, you gotta step it up. You gotta know how to clap when they're getting like you gotta fake like you're going into the lane.
Anything.
You gotta be better at free throw defense.
That's also in the student section, right? That's
right.
That's a home game.
What are the things that you think
the students weren't back yet?
Here's the thing.
It was December 29th. The students weren't back yet.
The students weren't there. Like it was empty. Yeah.
That's why.
That's why the free throw defense was bad.
That's
right.
Why.
No, you're right. You're right. You would have to assume
there weren't even 10,000 people in attendance. Not even 9,500. 9,484 was the official attendance.
You would have to assume it's going to be a pretty good crowd for Tulane. Like they're playing well.
Yeah,
this might be
Memphis on Saturday.
This might be the greatest year in the history of Tulane athletics.
That's probably a fair state, or at least since they were in the SEC.
And that was in the 40s, I think. My grandma was a kid the last time. My grandpa was like a young man. My grandpa might have been in a war the last time Tulane was good, and he passed away in 2004. No, he passed away in 2002. Even So this is going to mean a lot to them. That you're going to walk into an arena that's going to be jazzed up. I will say this: I think we saw, hopefully, and maybe I'll be wrong tomorrow.
Jazzed up because it's New Orleans. I get it.
I think we saw Cincinnati turn the corner on the road against Houston.
I hope so.
Now they've got to back it up with a repeat performance. If they play as well as they did at Houston, they will walk out of there tomorrow night with a victory.
If they play as well as they did against Houston, they're going to beat almost any team in the country.
Sure. But you've got to get yourself as worked up for Houston as worked up for Tulane as you were
Tulane.
for Houston.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree.
And you've got to block out this notion. I always worry about this with teams on the road after they've beaten the opponent at home, and they've done so. Like, they didn't dominate Tulane in that game, but Cincinnati was pretty clearly the better team in that game.
Yeah, there was only one tie score. There was only one lead change. So, I mean,
it was 45-35 at half. Cincinnati won the second half 43-32. Like, yeah, Tulane made a couple little like pushes in there. I'm interested. 7, 9, 10, 11. Just to refresh my memory, Tulane cut it to 4 early in the second half. Cincinnati pushed it back out. Tulane had it to 4 right around the under 12.
I'd be shocked if they held them to 20% from 3 again.
Yeah, I mean, that's a team that shoots it well. They're a team that really like wants to play offense. In reminding myself of this game, Tulane had it down to 4 with 6:25 left in the game. And in the next minute, UC pushed it back to 11. They got a 3 from Micah, a 3 from Landers, a layup by Vic, a free throw by Vic on a foul. It was an and one situation. And next thing you know, they were up 11.
Look, I'd love to see Micah hit another 3. I feel like it's been a little while. I'm just saying, he's been a little off of late, and him hitting a 3-pointer, especially wide open, would be fantastic.
He has had a bunch of open looks of late that have not matriculated through the net. You're right. But really, I mean, Tulane, what it comes down to, they've got a 3-headed monster, and then they've got a guy that I like as a complementary piece. Kevin Cross is outstanding as kind of their point forward. Jalen Forbes and Jalen Cook are explosive. Jalen Forbes in that game, UC frustrated him some. He's only 4 of 9 from the floor, 1 of 5 from 3, but he was 11 of 12 from the free throw line.
Bananas.
And that got him to 20 points. Jalen Cook had a bad night, 6 of 14 from the floor, 0 of 3 from 3. He had 15, but it was a labored 15. Sion James is kind of like their glue. He had 12 in that game. And also was at the free throw line 5 of 6 times.
I like Tylon Pope.
Yeah, I mean, it's solid. I don't discredit him, but I'm talking about of their core, like, you know, they have their big 3 kind of like UC does. Mm-hmm. Sion James is their glue. I guess that's Mike. I had, you know, this is the other thing that could determine tomorrow night. Mike Adams-Woods had 18 points in that game, 7 of 8 from the floor, 1 of 2 from the 3-point line, made 3 free throws. That tells me he got to the rim at will
and 6 assists.
Yeah, he got into the paint and was aggressive playing downhill in that game,
and 2 blocks, and a steal, and 3 rebounds. Like, that's
probably the best game of his UC career.
A tremendous stat line for Micah Adams-Woods.
You can't have him be a 0.
No.
In terms of if you're looking at, okay, this is what happened last time, what does UC need to replicate? He's got to come out of this funk.
Well, and it was him on Jalen Cook, not Dave.
Yeah.
Not Dave frustrating him. So
Dave had not taken that step as a defender yet.
I'll be very curious to see who's matched up on Jalen Cook tomorrow.
You still need somebody on Forbes. Like that, they're both a problem.
Yeah.
Problem. It's going to be a fascinating game. It's going to be fascinating.
I'm terrified.
You think they're going to lose every game that doesn't include them playing ECU and South Florida? You probably think they're going to lose South Florida game as well.
I'm terrified.
We will be back tomorrow night. You will be live with PTP pretty much right as the game ends, and then we'll do a nightcap afterwards. We'll see what that looks like as the night develops tomorrow. If it's a win, maybe we'll have a guest and we'll have some fun with a late night live nightcap. That's going to wrap it up. He's Aaron Smith. I'm Chad Brendel. Thanks to Galactic Fried Chicken. This is the Nightcap right here on BearcatJournal.com.
See ya.